Hello, everyone. This is Guru Matthew John, and it is an exciting time here at You Are Divine Human because it is retreat season. And I'm here to tell you about one of the most exciting retreats of 2026 to the big island of Hawaii. So if you feel like you are super connected to Lemuria, the Hawaiian Islands are the remaining land from the continent of Lemuria. Lemuria and Atlantis were two major continents that existed as of 13,000 years ago and well before then. And they were two massive, very advanced civilizations on planet Earth. Lemuria being much more spiritually oriented and oriented towards the elements, Atlantis being much more technologically oriented. They kind of had this diametrical opposition in, broad theory about how life should be lived. And eventually, of course, both were sadly destroyed in a cataclysmic event that was a war. But Lemuria, we find its remnants in the Hawaiian Islands and in some of the other Pacific islands. Now, what a blessing to be able to travel to the big island of Hawaii, which is known as the island which holds the most power. It has two of the biggest volcanoes in Hawaii, including Kilauea, which is currently erupting and which we will be visiting on the sacred 5-day retreat. So if you feel a call to Lemuria, if you feel a call to connect with the fire element, if you feel a call to the water element, to Sirius, there is a direct connection between Sirius and the pyramids of Egypt and Atlantis and Lemuria. So many Syrian starseeds, like myself, were also in Lemuria. And there's this wonderful connection between the waters of Hawaii and the dolphins and the whales that frequent them and Sirius. If you are someone who is really attracted to ancient sacred knowledge, we will be really tuning into the sacred and ancient knowledge, not only of Lemuria, but of the Hawaiian Islands in the more modern day of the Hawaiian people. So this is going to be an immersive experience into ancient Lemuria. So much of our work will be connected with Lemuria and Sirius, but other star systems as well, including the Pleiades and Lyra, the Andromeda Galaxy, Orion's Belt, and other. So I know I've got you intrigued. I have a digital brochure which has all the details of this retreat, from the schedule to the location to the pricing. And I have an early bird special. And it doesn't require much. You don't need to pay in full. In fact, it's just a $750 US deposit. It reserves your spot. And because this is a limited capacity retreat center, there is a limited capacity for this retreat. The $750 deposit reserves your spot, and it reserves that early bird rate, which is 30% off. So if you sign up now, before the early bird deadline, which is February 24th, it's coming up very soon. You put down your $750 deposit, it locks in that 30% off early bird rate. If you don't put a deposit down until after February 24th, it reverts back to the normal rate. So it's a great time now if you want to save a lot. So let's go over the details of this retreat. And if you go to the description box below, there's a link to the retreat brochure for you to check out. So the retreat brochure is on my website. It's on the events page. Digital brochure, or as I said, it's below. We'll go over the schedule first. Okay. So day one is Friday, June 5th. And we'll be flying into Kona. Kona Airport, which is KOA, is the designation. It's on the west side of the Big Island. Okay. We'll have a shuttle. So if you don't want to rent a car, which you certainly don't have to, for just $199 per person, it is an all-inclusive shuttle, not only between, I'm sorry, $249 per person. It's an all-inclusive shuttle, not only between the airport and the retreat center, but all of the activities as well. So starting with day one, shuttle departs Kona 2 p.m. We'll check in at the Hawaiian Island Retreat Center, which I will show you more in a moment, but this is what it looks like from the front. It is gorgeous. This is the cove that is our private cove that we can hike down to, and we'll actually be doing ceremony in this private cove. And you can stay in a yurt if you want to just fall asleep to the sound of the ocean, or you can stay in one of the very posh rooms, and there are all these specialty rooms like this with balconies at in the retreat center itself. But we'll go over the accommodations just a moment. First, the schedule. We'll have our welcome dinner. All the meals are homegrown, organic food. They grow their own fruits and vegetables on site. It's an eco community, so they are very, very much. They take a lot of pride in being sustainable. So they want to grow their own food there and cook the food that they grow and have zero waste. It's an eco-friendly community, this Hawaii Island Retreat Center. So after our wonderful welcome dinner, we'll have our introductions, intentions, and I'll do some channel messages from Lemuria or from the extraterrestrials. And then at night, if you're not too tired from your travel, we can stargaze. We'll do a lot of UFO watching. Hawaii, especially the Big Island, is a hot spot for UFOs. And, I can't ever guarantee it, but I will say in every retreat I've ever done, we've seen UFOs. They just seem to find us. Obviously, those of you who know me, I'm very much oriented towards the extraterrestrial realm. And as such, we just tend to see UFOs on our retreat. So if that's something you're into, highly suggest coming on one or all of our retreats this summer and this year. So there's an infinity pool for you to enjoy, a saltwater infinity pool, no chlorine. I believe it is heated and wonderful to enjoy at night. After our first night's sleep, we'll have our group breakfast. We'll have Qigong and movement with Kathleen Andromeda, one of my assistants. She's a wonderful movement teacher and an even better sound healer. Her sound sessions really complement my teachings, and she'll be able to do smaller group and even private, potentially, sound healings on that retreat. Which one of the things that people rave about coming from my retreats is Kathleen Andromeda's sound healing. We'll do a lei aloha session to start out day 2. We're going to make lei. It's just a thing, a Hawaiian tradition that we all should partake in. So you'll see the guru during his talks with lei around me. After lunch, we'll do a journey to Lemuria. Okay, we will take an astral journey to ancient Lemuria and see what it has to teach us. After the journey to Lemuria, we'll ground ourselves with a shamanic walk through the gardens. We'll do some shamanic drumming. We'll talk to the spirits of the land, and we'll go all the way down to that cove that I show you, and we'll do ceremony on the cove with the dolphins, the whales, with the Sirians, with the Pleiadians. We'll come back up. We'll have a wonderful group dinner, and then I'll trans-channel the Sirians, the Orion people, the Lyrans, the Andromeda groups, the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, whoever wants to come through, we'll have a really cool trans-channeling session and connecting with ETs. And then we'll do some more UFO watch or enjoy the pool or enjoy the grounds. Sunday the 7th, that'll be day 3. Breakfast. We're going to go dolphin watching on a boat, okay? So early, we'll depart for dolphin watching. 9 to noon, we will not only see dolphins right up next to the boat, but we'll go snorkeling at a really cool cove where there's giant sea turtles. So that's going to be awesome. After that, we're going to go and we'll have lunch on the beach at Hapuna Beach. And Hapuna Beach is known as one of the prettiest beaches on the Big Island. Is white sand. So we'll have our lunch. We will hang out. We'll go swimming. We'll do ceremony on the beach. You'll have time to tan and, take a nap if you want to. It'll be really, really relaxing to the nervous system and aligning. Then we'll head back for a group dinner. We'll do more stargazing at night for those who are not too tired, or feel free to get a spa treatment. Feel free to use your free time to just read or take a night walk under the stars. The spa services that are available at Hawaii Island Retreat are really great. You can get anything from, different massages to you can get kinesiology, you can get aromatherapy, you can get Reiki, you can get facials, you can get Hawaiian rejuvenation, even hypnotherapy. So they have a really great selection of spa treatments at the retreat center as well. So on our day 4, after our group breakfast, we'll do yoga from actually taught by a yoga teacher at the retreat center. And then we'll do quantum universal energy healing. And for a lot of you, this will be your first time experiencing my quantum universal energy healing technique. This is a completely brand new upgraded technique that I developed in the year and a half that I, took a lot of time off as I transitioned from Matthew John into Guru Matthew John. And this energy healing technique is part of what healed me and allowed me to be who I am right here and take you on this retreat. So the quantum universal energy healing technique has been really, really fantastic, working not only at the level of source energy, but the level of the molecular level of healing. So I'm going to do this in a group style and go around the room and connect with source and do the quantum universal energy healing for you guys live in person. And as I've said before, the in-person stuff, the retreats are just infinitely more powerful than the stuff I do. I mean, the most of my work is remote, of course, right, over Zoom or phone or whatever with you guys. The Ascending as One Academy and the Tarot course and the spiritual life coaching course and all that. But it's just another level. It's another level to do it in person, especially at such a powerful place on planet Earth. A lot of grid lines intersect around the Big Island of Hawaii. It's really the root chakra, the mama of the Hawaiian Islands, and it is ancient Lemuria right there. And we're connecting in with the ancient stories of our planet and putting in the energy into the grid from there to assist our planet in experiencing a new Lemuria, as so many eco communities already are doing, not just in Hawaii, but in Ecuador and Peru and Mexico. There's all these wonderful eco communities that have popped up, and there more will over the coming years. And we'll see this reemergence of new Lemuria. So it's just to be there is such a powerful experience. And every light worker, you should go to the power points of the planet at least once during your physical lifetime. You have to get the codes from each of these power points. And at the same time, there's something you're unconsciously contributing from your codex as well. So even if you don't understand why, what's important to listen to is your intuition and your feeling. And if you feel called to a certain part of the earth or to participate in a certain retreat of mine or anyone else's, do it. The logical side, the money side, the logistical side, trust that it'll all be set in motion. And actually, the way my retreats work, if you do the early bird, it's just a $750 deposit. That's all you got to worry about right now. And believe, trust that the universe will provide the remaining funds when they're due. And it will. It always works out if you're meant to come to a place like this, if you're meant to cross paths with other light workers and create this really powerful space of healing, of transformation, of evolution. So back to the schedule. This will be day 4. We'll have a bit of free time after lunch. You can get some spa treatments. You can go in the pool. You can walk the gardens. You can tan. We'll do the Ascension Keys teaching, okay, which is one of my favorite new teachings of mine. And then we will do a highest timeline activation. We'll have our group dinner, and then as on all my retreats, the last night together. We'll do our talent show. I'll tell some jokes. Some of them will hit, some of them will miss. Overall, I'm sure you'll think I'm funny. And people can bring their guitars and their ukuleles and their keyboards and whatever you want, any little instruments, any stories you want to tell. If you do comedy, if you do magic, if you have a talent of some sort, or if you just want to sit back and watch, all all is great, and it's just a fun bonding time. One of the great things about my retreats is 15, 20, 25 people come in as strangers and leave as friends, and lifelong connections are made. I had two people that didn't know each other and met at my last retreat in New York State 2 summers ago, and they are still dating as far as I know. So it's amazing the connections that people can make at these sorts of events. So after our last sleep together, we will on day 5, Tuesday, June 9th, we'll check out in the morning, and then we'll do a little group lunch and closing. We will depart in the shuttles. And again, this is included in that $249 fee for transportation if you don't rent a car. It's up to you. You can rent a car or you can just pay the $249, and it will drive you back and forth from everywhere, including the airport. That final day, we are going to Hawaii Volcanoes National Park. It's about 2 hours or a little bit more from the retreat center, but it's worth it. We're going to go to a live lava flow. Okay. The Kilauea volcano, if you didn't know, has been erupting continuously since December 2024. And there are safe spots to be able to view the eruption right now. And what a powerful magic. I was just at Love Burning Man of the East Coast, and, using the burn of the man as an energetic portal to create healing. Imagine using an entire volcano as an energetic portal for healing or for manifestation. So we are going to see the ongoing eruption and lava flow of Kilauea, and I cannot wait for that. After that, we'll have a bit of dinner in Hilo or Hilo, and then we will go ahead and drop those. We're flying out that night, so there's red-eye flights from Kona, KOA to LAX. So if you want to do this in the most affordable way, you can book one of those red eyes on June 9th, and it'll get you into LAX the morning of the 10th. And then on the way in, you can get a morning flight on the 5th from LAX to KOA to arrive before 2 o'clock, which all of them do if you take a morning flight. If you're coming from the rest of the country, like I'm coming from Rochester, if you're coming from the East Coast or wherever, you can, if you can't get in by 2 o'clock on June 5th, which is unlikely, you can fly in the night before, and you can actually stay at the retreat center the night of the 4th. You can get your room a night early, and I'll arrange all that for you. I'll let you know what the additional cost is. And then and I'll pick you up from the airport, and probably it'll be me driving. If you come in on the 4th, I'll pick you up from the airport and drive you to the retreat center. That'll all be included in that $249 fee. If you're flying in on the 5th, I'll pick you up, or my assistants will have a couple of shuttles. We'll pick you up from KOA Airport. And then on the 9th, we'll drop you off at KOA Airport. Or if you're staying over an additional night, the 9th and the 10th, then we'll take you back to the retreat center. And the 10th, we'll take you to the airport. So I roll out the red carpet. I make sure that everyone gets taken care of logistically. I know there's logistical questions, but just trust me, I'm getting pretty good at doing these retreats, and I'll get it handled for you. So, how much? Less than you think, okay? If you do the early bird, the price is unbelievable. Unbelievable for a 5-day all-inclusive Big Island Hawaii retreat with the most plush accommodations. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the rooms. These rooms are absolutely gorgeous. I can't believe I'm not charging more. I hope I break even on this retreat. I think I will. It's just I got to sell it out. But I can't believe how low the prices are. I mean, this is like this is an example of the look. This is the Ocean View bungalow. Literally, we're looking out over the Pacific. We can check out the penthouse suite. Okay, now accommodations are first come, first serve. The Ocean Bungalow and the Penthouse Suite are spoken for, but all the other rooms, okay, there's Ocean View Suites and there's Garden View Suites. They're all suites. They all have balconies. They all have really comfy beds and really plush bathrooms. Okay, this is an example of an Ocean View Suite. All right, just gorgeous. Fresh air. You can leave the the balcony open if you want while you sleep. That's what I do. Just get the fresh air and just the sounds of the Pacific. Um, there's also the yurts. Okay, now the prices for the yurts and the rooms are a little bit different. I'll show you the yurts. Okay, if you want to have a more earthy experience, this is what the yurts look like, and then there's a group of there's restrooms like right next to the little yurt community. Oh no, it does have a restroom in it. That's right. I think it does have a restroom. Yeah, it does. Um, so you're all set with that. Yeah, but if you want a more earthly experience, oh, you've got a shower. Look at that. Okay. Wow, you have a shower and a restroom. Okay. These are really high quality yurts. So just go over the prices with you. Okay. Single room. That's the Ocean View Suite or the Garden View Suite. 27.99 for 4 nights, 5 days, and not that's just not just the accommodations. That's everything. That's all the healing sessions, all the excursions. That's the dolphin watching and the turtle snorkeling, all the gourmet meals. It's an unbelievable price if you do the early bird. Okay, look at some of my competitors' stuff. They're charging double, triple what I'm charging. Okay, I'm keeping things very reasonable. I want you guys to be able to come out and enjoy this with me. So a single yurt is even less if you do the early bird. Look at that price. Double room, even less. There's if you want an oceanfront bungalow, you got to do it as a double. But there is one. There's one spoken for, but there's another one that you can rent still. And then if you're a couple or friends sharing a room, that's the cheapest way to do it. So it also includes 6 months of my Ascending as One Academy, 40 recorded master classes, over 1,500 value just from that. And again, includes all activities and healings, transport to and from airport, and all activities. That's an additional 249. Okay, if you don't rent your car. So it's up to you whether you want to rent a car. It makes sense to rent a car if you're like going to be in Hawaii all week, and you just want in the Big Island whole week, and you want to have the freedom to explore. If you're just coming for the retreat, again, just a $249 fee for the transport. So $750 deposit for your early bird required by February 24th to retain the 30% off super early bird rate. Okay. So that's a hard deadline. That's not going to change. It's coming right up here pretty soon. So here's what I need you to do. Email me. You are a divine human at gmail.com. You are a divine human at gmail.com. You're going to get in touch with me, Guru Matthew John, directly. Okay. And let's have a chat. If you have any questions, let's get on the phone. We'll talk about what you need to know about the retreat that wasn't clear, or what you just want more details on, or if you have logistical questions, or if you just want to, know if the retreat is right for you. Let's have a phone call and let's see if it works. If you're ready to jump in, even better, email me. I will send you the invoice for the $750 deposit, and I'll let you choose your room after that. So you get your room booked, and I can answer any of your questions over email. So again, you are a divine human at gmail.com to reach out and to join or to have a free consultation with me directly. Okay, everyone. So I hope to see so many of you at this upcoming retreat. I certainly can't wait. It is going to be an incredible transformational experience. Okay, so not only are these experiences to be at and experience these most sacred places on planet Earth, they are healing and activating. My intention is always that you leave the retreat on a higher timeline than you came in, and I'm going to make sure that happens. All right, everyone, it was so nice talking to you. We'll talk to you again soon. Namaste.